Tell me about your first bicycle.
Probably from the 70s, a Schwinn. It was tough as nails. It was more like a cruiser looking.
Oh, you had a 26-inch wheel.
Yep.
But your dad had a cool bike.
My dad has a cool bike and it's in my garage, a 1953 Schwinn Panther.
Cool. So what'd you like to do on your bike when you were a kid?
Jump.
Jump. Yeah.
We used to build jumps just to jump. Found a turn at 2nd East and 5th North, hit a jump, and my front tire rolled right out from under me. Came down on my forks and biffed it really good.
Knees, elbows.
Oh yeah, the works. The
Teeth?
Works. No, I got all my teeth still.
And no helmet.
Oh, no helmet. We didn't even know what helmets were back then.
Oh, very nice. Your bike story. Your first bicycle, Stan.
I had a girl's bike. It was my sister's. It was old, had fenders, 3-speed. One of those brakes that you back up your pedals to hit.
Yes.
It was blue. Did I say it was a girl's bike?
You did say it said it was your sister's bike.
Yeah, my 3 sisters had it before me. I don't know where. Never know what happened to it. I rode it when I was in high school. That's all I remember. I don't remember when I was a senior what happened to it. Then I didn't get another bike until I was old.
And now what kind of bikes do you ride?
I've got an $11,000 Specialized Tarmac S-Works. Electronic shifting. It's cool.
And the motor in the crank so you can cheat.
No, that's it.
And Mr. Stan is a racer nowadays. National champion in his age group. And loves every minute of it.
4 times in the last 5 years.
4 times in the last 5 years. And we're very proud to know him and been around in the beginning of his racing career. Because when he moved from Green Bay to our neighborhood, he had a matching bike with his wife Sharon. These Schwinn. Were they green or black?
It was a dark blue.
Dark blue. And they had these wraparound handlebars. And the sad part, and I'm going to say this, but it's very embarrassing, he could kick my butt still on that. And I was riding my 1973 Schwinn Paramount. I guess I ought to tell a little bit about my bike story then, since I'm doing this. My first bike, I was told, was my dad took a girl's 20-inch bike and welded a bar in there to make a boy's bike. And that's what I learned how to ride a bike on. And then Christmas when I was 6, they bought me a Schwinn Coppertone Deluxe. And it was beautiful. The Coppertone was a gold, had a Springer front end, chrome fenders and white wall tires, white saddle on it, and it was beautiful, and I rode that for many years happily. And I'm out of breath, so. All right, Tony, I got a question for you.
All right.
I want you to tell me about your first bicycle.
First bicycle.
Memories of your first bicycle?
Well, I grew up very poor, and so we would make ours, but yeah, we would make them from parts of all these broken down bikes, and we would do a figure 8 demolition derby, and had a lot of fun on grew up on a dirt road, and that was oiled quite a bit. Anyway, the first bike that I remember getting as a gift was a 5-speed with a banana seat and the tall handlebars. And I've got a big scar across my chin. It went all the way up to my ear because a guy was riding and I was on the front in the handlebars, and we were going down a big hill and the handbrake got wrapped around the handlebars and he couldn't stop. And we turned and went into a bunch of lilac bushes. One jabbed me and went shh, and he
I see it. Oh, that's awesome. So what color?
There's a memory. That was a metallic gray with a metallic gray seat with
Cool.
sparkles in it.
So was it a Schwinn or what brand? Do you remember the
I don't know
brand?
if it was Schwinn. It might have been Schwinn. It was a nice banana seat, you know. Remember, this is up in Spokane, Washington.
Okay.
I don't remember the store or anything that we got it from. It was just, that was a big deal to me, though. Marty, you looking for me?
And there's his dog Marty.
We're bringing up the rear.
Your first bikes. I want to know about your first bicycle. Do you remember your first
Very
bicycle?
First one was a trick bike. It was a green dyno trick bike, but yeah,
See, this is a different generation.
not a
It was a green what?
dyno.
So you had a trick bike,
It was a sister brand of Haro bikes.
correct?
So
Yes.
I was not a trickster.
So it's a cruiser?
No, he had a little BMX, little trick bike with the rotors on the handlebars and all that stuff.
Yeah, gyroscopic spinning
Yep.
wheel. And yep.
See, we're talking another generation of bikes here.
Yeah.
Kathleen, your first bike. Do you remember your first bike?
I don't. Too far long ago.
What do you ride now? You ride now,
Or at a spry.
and you're fast. Is she spry?
I'm spry.
Dave, your first bike. Okay.
It was a tricycle.
You still ride a tricycle.
Mine was brown from the 50s, blue and white wall tires.
Thank you, Kat.
You got snow all over you. How'd you get
My
that?
cousin gave to me in
I don't know.
1964.
Flipping it up from your snowshoes.
Yeah.
First bike.
Yeah, it was just a little stock BMX.
You were a BMX kid.
Yeah.
Red line or
Had a friend that raced and had a track out by our house.
excellent. David James.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first bicycle? Do you remember?
I do. It was a even when I was a little kid, it was a very old Schwinn.
Very nice.
Had those handlebars that stick out 3 feet on either side, and the spring.
Had a Springer front
Front
end?
fork.
Yes.
I couldn't get on it from the ground. I had to have a wooden piece of a log. I don't know. It was probably a foot high. I positioned the bike just right at the top of this little hill in the backyard. Get up on that stump, get my leg over it, and go.
How many years did you ride that old bike?
Oh, probably only about a year. I had to be careful if I stopped anywhere and not at home. I really didn't have any way to get going again. And stopping just meant crashing on the line.
So it'd have a tank and a rack on the back, fenders.
No tank. No tank.
Still had the Springer front end though.
Yeah, had fenders,
Okay.
chain guard.
Say anything on the chain guard? Have a name on it?
You know, I'm trying to remember, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't know what name it was.
So what year do you?
I had the feeling at the time that it was a very old bike, and this was the early 60s.
Okay. So there was. So what was the color?
It was black.
It was a black one
Now,
with a.
my next bike was that I really valued. It was
So you got something that fits you on your next bike.
it was a 24-inch single speed. Got it for Christmas. Couldn't believe I got a brand new bike for Christmas. It was just got it, except my mom entered some kind of drawing at State Hardware in downtown Provo. And she won the opportunity to buy this bike for $6.
Oh my gosh.
But I rode that bike.
Where didn't you ride that bike? I mean, we rode bikes everywhere.
mostly, I lived in South Orem on the east side. So it was mostly somewhere along 800 East.
Okay, I know where that is.
Trip up to the sand hills there by the cemetery was a major expedition for my friends and I.
Fun coming down though.
Yeah, really my 2 years in Australia got me
Back into riding.
back into riding. I discovered there were people adults who rode bikes and thought it was fun and they raced.
Yes.
In fact, I remember the first time I went to a outdoor velodrome, watched these Aussies screaming around that wooden bank track. That was really something. So I got a bike. It was a very old Australian brand, Speedwell, completely covered in rust. Took it to the local bike shop. The bike shop owner was pretty excited about it because even he thought it was very old. Restored it to amazing condition. And even to this day, I wish I had somehow shipped that bike back to the US.